Hey everyone, welcome to Ocean Interaction, your go-to channel for all the things game and game development. Today we are taking a deep dive into Unreal Engine to learn the secret of text variables. This video is divided into three parts. In the first part, we will understand the definition and theory of text variables. In the second part, we will focus on understanding how to create and use text variable, including the available properties in Blueprint to modify their behavior. Lastly, in the third part, we will explore how to create and utilize text variable in C++. So for the first part, first question you might ask is, what is text variable? So text variable is a sequence of characters, just like a string variable. The difference is that we use text variable for all the user-facing text because it has a built-in functionality for text localization. What does that mean? So basically, we use the text variable whenever we want to show something to the user, for example in the UI and things, so that we can easily localize this thing, because text variable has a built-in functionality for localization. Some features of the text are, of course, it can be localized, it's used for localization, so it has a built-in functionality for that. Some extra functionality is that it can be generated from numbers, it can be generated from the date and time, and it can be even a few specific derived text, for example like make it uppercase and lowercase and things. Now let's go to the Unreal Engine and see how we can create, use and modify the text variable in Blueprint and C++. In Blueprints, we will be covering the text variable in three parts. First part will be, I will show you how you can create the text variable. In the second part, I will show you how you can use it and how you can change the value of the text variable. In the third part, I will show you all the details about the text variable and tell you about what are the different properties are available to modify its behavior. So let's start with the first part, which is how to create a text variable. To create a text variable, go to my blueprints in the variable section, click on this plus icon and create a new variable. It will create a new variable, so give it a appropriate name. In my case, I will give it a name, game over message. By default, its types will be boolean or any other type that you have last created a variable of. So let me change the type of this variable to text, compile and save. And I have just created a text variable. I can give it some default value like win. Now in the second part, I will show you how you can use and modify its value. To use this variable, just drag it into the event graph and select the get option. It will give you the pin and value of this variable. To use this variable, just connect this pin to wherever you like. Now to modify the value of this variable, just drag and select the set option. It will let you set the new value to this variable. Now for the third part, let's discuss what are the different properties available for this variable. First, we have the variable name, which can let you change the name of this variable. The next property we have is a variable type, which let you change the type of this variable, but be careful with this option. If you have used this variable in the multiple places and you change the type, and most likely it wouldn't be compatible with the type you have used in your code, and so it might break your code, and you have to go everywhere where you have used this variable and change the code behavior. Next, we have description. So you can write down whatever you want as a description. So I will be just writing some gibberish text, compile, save, and whenever you hover over this variable, it will show you the tooltip description, whatever you write in it as a tooltip. So please write something useful, don't write anything just so that later on when you come back and you don't know why you have created this variable, you can just write the description and understand, or someone else who is using your code might not know what is this variable do, and maybe write a detailed description and know that the behavior or how to use this variable. Next we have instance editable. By default it's a false, so let me show you what it does. So by default it's a false, and I will go into the level and I will drag the class into the world. And if let's say I have two instances of this variable, so in the world it's called instance because there are actual objects. If I want to change the default value of this variable, right, for both the individual, for example, if I want this variable to call win and this variable this instance to call lose or loss, I can't do it right now currently because the instance editable option is false by default. So if I want to change the individual behavior of the instance, I can just turn on this option. This option right here is the same. Whatever you toggle will be affected other one. So if I turn off this option, the eye icon will be closed as well, and when I turn on this eye icon, this option will be toggle as well. As you can see, now I have selected the instance editable option, and whenever I click on this instance, I will get it will let you set me the default value for this instance, for this variable. As you can see, by default it's a win, and that's why it's showing this. I can just write you have win the game, and now I have changed the default value for this single instance. Next property we have is a blueprint read only. So if I want that no one can edit this property or this variable, I can make this private read only option true, and now I can't able to change the variable. As you can see, the set option is grayed out because I can't change it. I can just use this variable. Next option we have is expose on spawn. To showcase this, let me spawn a class. I will be spawning the same class. So as you can see, I don't have any option for default value right now. If I want this variable to have a default value whenever I spawn a new instance of this class, I can just write down this expose on spawn, compile, and as you can see, now I can set the default value for this variable whenever I spawn the instance of this class. Next option we have is private. So if you have created a child class of this blueprint class and you don't want that child class change the default value of this variable, you can check this option to make it private so that the child classes can't change the default value of this variable. Now next we have category. So by default every variable has a default category. So as you can see, when I click on this drop down button, it just has one category. To create a new category, you can just write down the category name and it will create a new category for you and assign this variable to that category. As you can see, now when I click on this drop down button, I have two categories, default and game. Next we have the replication properties. I will be not covering in this series, or not right now. I will be creating a multiplayer series specifically, and I will be explaining what these properties do back then. So that's it for the blueprint side. Now let's go to C++ and see how we can use the text variable in C++. The C++ part is divided into the two subparts. So in the first part, I will be showing you how you can create a text variable. In the second part, I will be showing you how you can modify its value and how you can use it. So let's start with the first part to how to create a C++ text type variable. To create a text variable in C++, you can write down the ftext data type, then name of the variable. In this case, I will give it a game over message, same as blueprint. And that's it. Optionally, you can also provide a default value so that whenever this variable create, it's start with the default value. For that, you can write down ftext : scope resolution operator and from string. So from string function will let you or set the text variable from string. So this is how you create a text variable in C++. Now for the second part, I will show you how you can change this variable value. To change the variable value, you can just write down the name of this variable, and with the from string function, you can change the value of this ftext to new value. So let me showcase it. Write down the name of the variable, equal sign, and new value in the from string from the fstring class. ftext : from string and assign a new string value. This is how you can change the value of this variable. So that's it from the C++ side. But before you go, I have one last request to make. Creating this video requires significant amount of time and effort from recording, editing, uploading and maintaining, and I am providing all this valuable content for free. So I need your support. Please hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. It doesn't cost you anything, but it truly motivates me to create more content for you. Stay connected with us on Discord and LinkedIn. The links are in the description. If you have any question or suggestion for the future video, drop them in the description below. Thanks for the journey here at Ocean Interaction, where we make waves in the gaming world. Until the next time, happy coding. Bye bye. See you.